welcome back to my channel. My name is Sierra, and today I want to work on this canvas board. It's just a canvas board. I got it from the dollar store, and I want to practice doing ocean scenes, like with the waves. I've never done this before. This will not be a tutorial. This is me figuring out how to do this. Something I've always wanted to try. Hopefully I learn some things along the way, and whatever I learn to do and not to do, I will let you know at the end of the video. I don't know how much of this will be a process video, how much will be time-lapsed. Like I said, I've never done this before. I don't know if it's going to come out great. I don't know if it's going to come out a hot mess. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I hope that it turns out, great. Of course, we all want our projects to turn out really, like art-worthy. But that's not realistic, especially when you're doing something for the first time. So I do have this canvas board. I did get it from the dollar store, and I do have some painter's tape. I just put it on the edge to where I have a little bit of exposed canvas on the back. I burnished it down really well, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get set up with my acrylic paints, and we'll go from there. So just keep in mind, this is not a tutorial. This is me basically learning. I'm just playing around. Hopefully I learned something. I'm sure I will, and I will pass that on to you. So if you're interested in watching, stick around and let me get set up, and I'll be right back. I'm going to paint this because I'm not experienced enough to know exactly where to put my colors, so I'm gonna let the paint guide me of where to put the resin colors, and I'm just using acrylic paint. Everything I'm using, if I can find it, I will link it. I'm just going to put a little bit. I get these from the dollar store. You can reuse them. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this like that. And this is yellow ochre. This is going to represent my sand. I also have this. It's for airbrushes. It's an acrylic flow that helps your acrylic inks move, and instead of using water, this ain't gonna wash the color out. This is just gonna thin the color down, but you're gonna keep the pigment. So once I get that mixed in really good, we will apply it to the canvas. And this is to represent the sand. See, the color stayed the same. Got a piece of paper towel for I have an old paintbrush. Doesn't have to be old, it's just one of my favorites. Got to get me another set of these. These are getting wore down. So I'm just going to paint. I'm not a painter. Never confuse me with an actual painter. I want to get the sides where, just in case. I've watched so many videos, and I've seen so many different ways that this is done, and I am taking a couple different ideas that I've seen, and I am gonna do it my own way. So I got a bucket of water off to the side. I'm gonna wash my brush. This is the only time I believe that I'm going to rinse my brush off. Just get that brown off of there. Let it sit in there for a minute. All right. That was the yellow ochre. Oh yeah, I'm going to wash it up when I get this on there too. This is just a light green. And I'm going to, hopefully I'm in frame. Put a little bit, just need a tiny bit of green. Okay, light green. And let's see, a little bit of this. My little stick. Okay, that was the green. Now I have two blues. I have cobalt blue and a cerulean blue. We're going to do the lighter blue first. I'm going to put this over here like that. And now cobalt over here. Some of this. I'm going to get the lighter of the blue and we're just going to put it on. Okay, there it is. I'm just going to let it dry. Doesn't look very good right now, does it? I hope that changes. All right, this is dry. It has to be dry. And all this is a guide for me. It's a visual guide. So, I'm going to get a cup. I have it raised up on some of these. And I'm going to get my sand mixture, which is brown sand filler, face filler, copper mica powder, diamond dust, glass glitter, and a little bit of rock candy glitter. It's a clear glitter. The rock candy glitter takes on the color of the, what am I doing? Oh, that'd be good. Takes on the color of what you're using. Like if it's orange, it'll make it a sparkle orange, or blue, a sparkle blue. I'm gonna put about an ounce. I'm gonna start off slow. And I have this for my cups. Trying to keep the mess to a minimum. I'm going to mix the sand, or the sand concoction, into the resin. And how much did I use? Not even half an ounce. I want more sand than this. And I don't want this pasty. I want this a little loose. I'll do another spoon. Drop it in. Okay, a little bit more resin. And I'll add more if I need it. That's enough sand, but I want it a little wetter than that. Just a bit. Okay. I'm going to start with the sand mixture. And this is going to move everywhere. I'm going to keep one glove clean. This may not be loose enough. It's not. I'm going to drizzle some resin on this. Get it wet, get it moving. Now let's see what we got. There we go. Now it's cooperating. I want this a little wet. There we go. Or it won't, you can't push it around. It'll just stay in a big old clumpy mess. And I'm just trying to get it on the edge. Because I've tried this, the sand part. I tried Elmer's glue. I like it, but I like my sand to sparkle, and that's why I put all that pretty sparkle stuff in. And the Elmer's glue dries really dull. So, because you know those little tiny canvases you get at the dollar store? Well, that's what I practiced the sand on. Did it practice, if you call, one time or 2 times, this way and the Elmer's glue. Okay, I think that's good right there. Now I have a wipe with rubbing alcohol. So I try to keep my tools and stuff sticky free. Now for my colors. Let me move this. My colors, I have a couple here. I have jade green. I will, like I said, link all these in the description box. Jade green. I have Eye Candy Pacific Blue and Eye Candy Angel Blue, and I have Mayspring Purple Amethyst. So those are the colors I will be using right now. We're going to start with the green. I don't need much of this. I just need not even a ½ ounce. I just want some green. I don't want the green to overtake, but I do want some green in there. Okay. I'm trying to stay in frame. My table is not very big, as you can see. I just put my hand in that. Let's see what that looks like. That's good. Okay. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, now we got the blues. Okay. And then we got this one. How much do I have in there? An ounce. Okay. We are going to do this one, Angel Blue. Put some blue out. That is beautiful. Mix that in. It looks good. And now this one is the Eye Candy Pacific Blue. Beautiful. Okay, let me mix this one. This is the Jade. And now I'm going to pour the Jade right here. Okay. And then we got the Angel Blue, the light blue. I want to make sure my mica powder is thoroughly mixed. Okay, let's pour some of this down. Let me pinch this cup. I was just thinking what I want to do. Let me mix this up really good. I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to spread this green out. Okay. Now I'm going to add the blue, light blue. I'm going to hold some back. And then the dark blue. I'm going to hold some back. And now I'm going to mix. I have enough. I'll put some in there. I'm going to get some of this amethyst. I'm trying to stay in frame. I'm going to add a little bit of this to that blue. I'm going to add this to this blue. Get the rest of this out. And I'm going to mix it. It's beautiful. So I'm going to leave this as it is, and hopefully it just doesn't pour off. It shouldn't. My table is labeled. My table is level. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to do another coat with the waves. I just want to do this. I don't want to blow all my color off. So okay, this is cured. I had to come back. I did have to come back in and check on it, and this board, my table is level. The board is not. This canvas board. So it started to pull in a little bit. So I just put a glove on. I moved it around again. It was tacky, but still, I could still move it. So you do want to keep an eye on that and move it, until it gets to where you can't move it anymore. But I did have to do that. So I just want to have a full disclosure on that. So I have just a little over an ounce of resin here. I'm going to take some, and don't need a lot. That's more than enough for the white. Let me get it. I don't need that much. Well, okay, and I'm going to take the Let's Resin Ocean White. And I'm going to try and do some waves. It's real late at night. Wanted to get this. See, I couldn't sleep. I was thinking about this. So I just did a couple little drops. If I need more, I'll add more. I do want it opaque. Just going to get one of my little sticks here and mix it up. I've only been using just regular J-Diction 1-to-1 resin. Nothing fast cure, nothing like that. I want to see how this looks. That looks good. I might add a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. A little bit more opaque. Okay. Set that aside. Now I just have clear resin. I'm so nervous. I've never done this. I have a new heat gun. This one is a big one. This one is good. It's got some power to it. I don't know. I can try it. Is it plugged in? I'll plug it in. We'll try it. I don't think there's enough power behind it. I'll plug it in. And we'll try both. And if that one doesn't push the ink, then I'm going to use the big one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the sand. I'm not going to be precious with it. I want to add a good amount because I want it to move. Okay, and then I want to do another one right here. And maybe a smaller one here. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I might be ruining it. And then I'm going to take the white and I'm going to add the white along the coast. I'm going right up along the sand. Now we're going to do this one right up along. And then this one here. I'll add more if I need it. Okay. Now I'll try this one and see how it works. So I'm going to try this one. I don't want that on there. Okay, I'm going to let this cure and be back when it's ready. As we can see, it just blew. So I'm going to try and fix it. Like I said, I have not done this before. So we are learning together. An ounce of resin mixed here. I'm going to put some in a cup. And I'm going to put some white pigment in. That should be good. It's very concentrated. Let me use this. Mix it up. That looks good. All right. I have some white here. I mean white. I got some clear. I'm just going to pour a little. Let me put it in a paper cup. I'll put it in this. I'm going to save my paper cups. Only because these are reusable. So are paper cups, but sometimes, I don't know, something happens to the cup. You can't reuse it. I'm just going to pinch. I'm going to pour a very thin line here. And I want one here for sure. Just a thin line. I don't need nothing big. I think my problem was I put too much clear. Now I'm going to go over it with the white into that clear. Not a lot. Like that. And right here. Like that. And now I'm going to blow it. And that is it. Okay, this is cured. I'm gonna take the tape off. See if this comes off. If not, we'll figure something out. It should. Oh, I see some got under. No, it's taped there. I'm not worried if it tears the paper on the back of this canvas board, as long as this comes up. So there it is. I got the back off. I really like it. I learned a lot from this. The main thing I learned is not to overwork the white. You overwork it, you'll lose the wave. Second thing I learned is not to use too much clear. You want to put whatever you want, just a little bit more clear than the white, because you're going to be, the clear is just to help the white pigment move. I put too much clear on the first time. If I wanted to smooth that out, I could just flood coat it and it would smooth out really good. I'm not worried about that. But like I said, this was just for learning. My heat gun that I used, I really like it. Again, that's going to take some time getting used to. It's completely different, more powerful than my regular little craft heat gun. For the sand, if you're going to do this, you do need the sand to be nice and wet. You don't need it to be like a paste like you normally would in a mold. You want it wet so you can smooth it down. But yeah, that's what I learned. I will be doing this again. Hopefully I'll get better with time. It didn't take a lot of resin. I think in total resin, it took maybe 5 ounces for this. The board I got from the dollar store. You want to make sure, and I didn't do that with this, and that's why you see a lot of like this, because this got more resin on the side than on this side. The board itself wasn't level. My table's level. The board isn't. So what I would advise is when you get it up on your little cups or whatever you're going to use to put it up on, you want to have a little level. I always use this. I don't know why I didn't. And before you even start, make sure your board's level. And what I would do when I do this again is I have little bits of cardstock. I'll show you. I just have cardstock like this cut. Just regular cardstock. I use it in my albums. But like this, and I would just stack cardstock underneath the little cups until it was level. Then I would do this part. I would do this project. But you live and you learn. So I hope that I've showed you something. I know I learned a lot from this, and I will be doing this again. So the main things: make sure your board is level. Don't overwork the white pigment. It'll continue moving after you're done. Don't put so much clear down. I put way too much clear down the first time, and it just pretty much blew off the board. So yeah, so that's what I learned from this. So I want to thank you for hanging out with me today. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave in the comment section down below. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And to my subscribers, you have a great day and God bless.